Hi, I'm Sam at jbugs.com. We're just about to close the door on our door panel installation. We begin the installation at the rear quarter panels and first insert the door panel clip seals into the holes in the body. A firm thumb can be used, but a punch makes it a little easier. Looking at the back of the quarter panel itself, we can see that the panel is drilled for the 1966 only door panel trim. The panel is also pre-punched for the backrest stops the later model Beetles use, as well as a rear seat ashtray. We will need to pop out the holes for the backrest stops, which we do by pressing the panel back and forth from either side until the piece is free. Now we can install door panel clips onto the panels. The clips insert with the rolled edge in first, and then a pair of pliers can be used to pull the clip into place in the hole. We start by aligning the clips pointing straight towards the edge of the panel, and then when we set the panel in place to the body later, we can check the clip alignment. The clips at the front edge are all aligned. Then, looking at the top edge of the panel, we can see the front clip needs to be moved forward, but the other two are good. We drop the panel down so we can twist the top front clip forward, and then we set the panel in place at the body. We concentrate on lining up the front clips first, and a trim tool can help adjust the clips a little if needed. Then the panel can be pushed into place to snap the clips in. A piece of material and a mallet are used to pop the clips in evenly without damaging the masonite board. At the back edge of the panel, where we pushed out the two pieces of masonite earlier, we poke two holes in the material with a screwdriver, and the original back seat backrest bracket is screwed into place. The opposite side panel is installed in the same way, but here we'll install the original ashtray. After popping out the back of the panel, we cut a hole in the material a little smaller than the opening in the panel. We pry down the retaining tabs on the ashtray holder, insert it into the panel with the curved side up, and then bend down the tabs on the back to hold it in place. Then the ashtray and panel can be installed. Now we can get to work on the front panels, and we'll begin cutting some plastic sheets that we'll use as a water barrier, using the door panel as a template. I'll note, I do not wash vintage cars with a hose, and I don't drive them in inclement weather if at all possible. So, if this car was intended for my own use, I wouldn't bother with the plastic. Water equals rust, and if you want a rust-free car, don't get it wet if at all possible. There are plenty of waterless car wash solutions and detailing products available to keep your VW looking good. Since this car will be sold once the restoration is complete, and the future owner may not be so cautious, we're going to do all we can to keep the door panels as nice as possible, since water is designed to run through the doors. We mark off the openings for the window crank, and once the plastic is cut, we spray glue the edges. At the door, we remove the window cranks and tape off the areas that we don't want to glue. Then we spray glue on the doors where the plastic will sit. Once the glue is set, we pull the tape off from the window felt channel, window crank post, and the door release lever. The plastic sheet is carefully and patiently set onto the door and stretched into place. The sheet is cut around the window crank, door release lever, and the armrest mount. Then the door panel clip boots are pushed through the plastic sheet into the door. Next, we'll bring out our door panel and check the alignment of the door panel clip holes. Since the panel fits various years, it has extra holes that aren't used on our 1971. So we cross out the ones that won't be. One at the top and one at the bottom. With a new armrest, we can line up the mounting posts with the correct pre-perforated mounting holes on the back of the panel. There are 5 holes, because again, the panel fits multiple years. And once the correct holes are popped out, we poke holes in the material and stick our armrest through. We install our original mounting bracket, which has a piece of headliner glued at the center to prevent rattles, with the original hardware. We test fit the panel, then we install the door panel clips. Like the rear clips, we start by lining them straight out from the hole. Once they're all in place, we flip the panel over and check each side against the door and adjust the clips as necessary. A window crank spring is installed over the crank base. Then the door panel is carefully set into place. We bend the panel from top to bottom slightly so we can align the armrest bracket, and then work the panel into place at the edges. Use caution as the clips can scratch the paint. Covering the edges of the door with masking tape temporarily is recommended. We check the alignment of all the clips. Then, using a mallet and a soft piece of material, we tap the clips into place all the way around the perimeter. The window crank and the door handle cover plate are installed. Once the opposite side panel is installed, our interior is one step closer to being completed. As always, thanks for watching. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. Click the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. And when you need door panels or any other parts for your vintage VW, click on the link to jbugs.com.